Welcome to 3 Count Commentaries. We gotta talk about Smackdown, even though I don't want to. This show, about nothing. Just repeat and rewind of last week with little bits of change here and there. Nothing really happened on the news and notes front. Yes, I heard that Hikuleo was signed, but I thought he was signed months ago. Let's just get this thing over with. Cody Rhodes comes out there, says he wouldn't be here without Randy Orton. That family isn't always blood, and Randy Orton is family. He called out the Bloodline. Instead, he got Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, who came out there and blamed him for Austin Theory getting kneed in the face, even though that's stupid because Grayson Waller kneed Austin Theory in the face. Cody Rhodes didn't even argue with these two bums. He just started fighting them. They started fighting him. It got separated. Then Terrence Crawford, yes, the boxer, Terrence Crawford, he was there staring a hole at these guys like, it's like he wants to kill everything he sees. In any event, he gives Cody Rhodes a chair. Not just a chair, his chair. Cody Rhodes goes in there, chases off Theory and Waller with the chair. Then he finds Nick Aldis backstage. He wants a handicap match against those guys. Nick Aldis says, got to get you a tag team partner. Cody Rhodes like, they're two bums. I could beat them by myself. And then Nick Aldis was like, no, you might get hurt. So he told him to go get a tag team partner. He got into the end of the night. Solo Sikoa did a promo, said it's great being a tribal chief. He's having fun. He's enjoying life. And he says anybody who decides to be the partner of Cody Rhodes is going against the tribal chief and going against the family. They're going to find themselves hurt. Turns out it was Kevin Owens, who's been getting beat up by Samoans for the last 5 years. He decided to be the tag team partner for Cody Rhodes. He ended up beating A-Town Down Under because Grayson Waller pushed Austin Theory in front of a Cody cutter. Oh my God, they're slow rolling the hell out of this. And of course, Austin Theory is the one that had to get pinned. Then they immediately got beat up by the Bloodline. Cody Rhodes once again got held back while he watched Jacob Fatu run his butt into Kevin Owens' head multiple times at high velocity. And he was still outside the ring. No! I must save Kevin Owens. And no, they didn't do anything. They just beat him up. Then they beat up Cody, powerbound him through a table. And all is said and done. Nothing was really furthered. Except for now another of Cody's allies, or the Cody comrades. They've been taken out powerbombed through. Well, Cody got powerbombed through the table. Kevin Owens got a lot of butt in the face. He is butt, so that makes sense. We went through all the trouble to bring Kevin Owens back just to kill him again. It's Resident Evil. You died once, you come back to try to kill somebody else, get killed again. Great. Good work. Have you noticed that the new Bloodline do not have merchandise? They just wear all black. There's no merchandise for them. So that should tell you who the real Bloodline is. They're doing a good job of getting some heat on Solo, but it's being repetitive. Clearly, they're not trying to kill Cody completely because they want Cody to come to SummerSlam and defend that title. But they're not really making this thing interesting. You have to try really, really hard for it to be any good. I don't know how we're going to keep this up for the next couple of weeks, but it's slow rolling. Everything on this show is slow rolling. Carmelo Hayes was in the barbershop, but not cool like NXT. Just they're doing main roster stuff. He's getting a lineup. I forgot that he had a match with Andrade. El Idolo, it is my destiny. And he worked that match, and Andrade won that match. The match was good. Two guys who can work. They're not working towards anything. It's just two guys work their working boots on. They did a lot of the Lucha Libre acrobatics early with a lot of kip-ups and counters and all that stuff, which led up to a lot of people like, hey, if you guys hated Will Ospreay and MJF, why don't you hate this? It's like, nobody hates acrobatics. Nobody hates the athleticism of two talented guys. What we hate is non-wrestling son bitches who can't sell. That's what we, in long matches, that's what we hate. Next, Nick Aldis set up a face-to-face between Nia Jax and Bayley. BBL Bayley. We all know that ain't no way that's a BBL. That's all real. It's all real. What you see. Anyway, Nia Jax says that she's the queen. She's going to put Bayley down like a sick dog. Bayley called Nia Jax big, clumsy, and reckless. Says she took her previous SummerSlam from her. I don't even know what year that was, nor do I care. It was a really, really, really long time ago. This bleeds over to Tiffany Stratton. She has a match against Mia Yim, and she lost that match because Triple H is the worst booker of all time and an absolute unmitigated idiot. Because Mia Yim is beating Tiffany Stratton. You have to be brain dead. And this is after they invested time into a vignette for Tiffany Stratton. They actually apparently paid somebody so they could shoot a video for Tiffany Stratton. And then they beat her against Mia Yim, who is not even a mid-card talent. She is a low-card talent. She is basically an NXT talent. She's already like 40. All right. So Bayley was a distraction. That's how Mia Yim won. She won with a roll-up because, oh my God, this just absolutely had to happen. Bayley then destroyed the Money in the Bank briefcase by banging it up against the barricade, banging it up against the steps, and then opening it and stomping on it. It was revealed that there was nothing inside the briefcase, so there was no contract. She just stepped and destroyed all over the contract, which sucks. But it's going to give us an opportunity to actually get the briefcase we're supposed to have with Tiffany Stratton, which is a big pink briefcase, which is what everybody wants. So them destroying this white one gives us an opportunity to actually do something else. But this sucked. For starters, not only did Tiffany Stratton lose, she lost in like minutes, like couple of minutes, like 4 minutes thereabouts. Speaking of 4 minutes thereabouts, I think Bianca Belair versus Chelsea Green actually won a shorter amount of time, with Bianca winning not even with her finish. Jesus Christ, this was born out of Bianca and Jade arguing with Chelsea Green and Piper Niven about who's going to talk to Nick Aldis first about getting a tag team title match. Neither one of them even got to it. After the match, after Bianca won this not squash match, but quick roll-up finish, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire just basically giggled and said, "We'll see about giving you a championship match." I'm like, okay, whatever. Nick Aldis was too busy trying to get Logan Paul to sign a United States Championship match. This led to the best segment of the night, which is LA Knight and Logan Paul getting into it. They had an argument, a bit of a debate, where Logan Paul decided he wasn't going to sign the contract. LA Knight says, "Well, I'm not surprised you're scared, because I cooked you and owned you every time we stand in the same building against each other." He claims he turned Logan Paul's pool into a toilet and pinned him in a match. At least that one of those things are true. Logan Paul called him Sean, which is his government name, of course, which, got a lot of ooh, because, well, I mean, what's fair is fair. Logan's real name is Logan, for God's sake. Anyway, Logan says he's not defined by what happens in the ring. And he knows that LA Knight can't really say that. He's got a good gimmick going. He's a bodybuilder with a catchphrase. And then it says in 20 years, he doesn't have any accolades. I disagree. Isn't he a TNA World Heavyweight Champion? Wasn't he like a champion in NWA too? Do those things even count? I guess it counts. TNA is canon to WWE now because they acknowledge them. And I believe LA Knight is a former TNA World Champion, if I remember correctly, and I could be wrong. In any event, LA Knight says that Logan Paul is low T. He's a fraud with no balls. And unlike his brother, he's scared to fight. Logan Paul then signed the contract. They got into a bit of a scrap where Logan Paul ran away. That was it. Not a bad segment. Logan Paul chopped him up on the microphone. Clearly, they wrote this thing so that Logan Paul can get a little bit more dig in to build some heat. Because, LA Knight pinned him. So they want Logan Paul to be like the big mouth, braggadocious guy. He's been United States champion for a long time. And people are really on his case about how many title defenses he's had. Which, is legitimate. But I think that the whole point of this is that LA Knight's going to win it anyway. So I would be surprised if LA Knight didn't win it. LA Knight then ran into Santos Escobar backstage, and they got into a bit of a tiff as well, as Santos Escobar was like, "I did not lose that King of the Ring qualifying match." Like, bro, that was 8 weeks ago. That was a long time ago that you... Anyway, LA Knight says, "Well, if you have a problem with me, ask your mama what my phone number is. You can find me." I'm like, ooh, burn. Santos Escobar then challenged him to a match, to which LA Knight said, "Okay." And then Santos Escobar said, "Look, you might not want to fight me so close to your championship match. You might get hoit," which LA Knight did not look afraid. So that is Smackdown. A profoundly boring show, as usual. They need some energy. I don't see how this company keeps, I guess we're supposed to believe that it's still hot, even though it's really slow and everything's moving at a snail's pace. And what's up with Carmelo Hayes? Has he won a match on this show since he's been on the show? It seemed like he lost every single match he's been a part of since he's been on this show. Between him and Tiffany Stratton, they're doing a lot of losing. Oh, I know there's a strategic win here and there. I'm sure he won a match at some point, but it doesn't look like he wins anything. And I'm not saying he should beat Andrade. I don't know how you should do that, but I think you should actually have a designated path for success for our talent when you bring them up to the main roster. And when it comes to Tiffany Stratton, well, she's the Money in the Bank. She should not be losing to Mia Yim. But whatever. I know there's just no point in complaining about it. Triple H is one of the worst bookers of all time. In any event, thank you guys for your time. I'll talk to you guys later, man. Peace out.